Welcome to Rustic Cottage Co. I'm Julie and I hope you like my Facebook page Rustic Cottage Co, my group Rustic Cottage Co and my YouTube channel Rustic Cottage Co. This video is to inspire you. Please give the thumbs up, like, tell your friends and pass the word on. That will help my business. I much appreciate the time you're taking to enjoy this video. Please keep watching and let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you again for watching Rustic Cottage Co. from Julie. Have a great day. Enjoy the movie. Hi, I'm Julie from Rustic Cottage Co. and I'm here in BC, Canada. Chilliwack is the city. And welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning back to view, I hope you enjoy this video, and please let me know in the comments what you think of the items, what I have created this week. I'm now doing the introduction after because I didn't know what I was going to accomplish. So what I created this week was a coffee table. So cute. Watch to the end. It's so cute. And I don't know if you remember the last video, I was doing that TV stand and it was looking so good. I was really happy with the way it was coming out, but certainly did not want to rush it. So it went overlapping into this week and it's now finished. So I'm really happy about that. I also did a little bit of a flip on a Christmas item. So stay tuned to see which Christmas item I chose and turned it into just a regular home decor item, non-Christmassy now. Also, really exciting news, can't wait, lots going on. I have an announcement in this video. Stay tuned for the announcement and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. As I say, give me some thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments and share to your friends, tell everyone all about me and look out for that announcement. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. Well, I have the first coat on this piece and it's one of those pieces that, it's hard to get into the middle of the shelf, and then you've got a little bit of latticing in between. So you want to kind of dry brush that so that it doesn't push through the paint to the other side. That's why you get drips, because it'll drip down and run on the other side. So you really got to take your time and kind of dry brush the whole thing. So I've got one coat dry brushed on here and it'll take a couple of coats to cover the whole thing, but I like to kind of dry brush it on, take my time, so that in the areas that's hard to reach, get to and get good coverage, I'm not dripping wet paint all around the area and not being able to get back in there and clean it up. So I'd rather dry brush, not completely dry brush, but not dripping brush wetness into crevices that it's hard to get it out and then you have to end up sanding something really awkward. So I've got the first coat on and I think it's going to take probably 3 coats. Not the third coat won't be a full coat, but I think it'll be a heavier coat than I've done before on other pieces, just in using maybe a smaller brush in the latticing area. You can spray it, but again, the paint goes through and it can run down the outside or the other side. So it's never easy to do, and I find just dry brushing and taking your time is the best way to go. Now I have 2 coats of white chalk paint on here and let it dry, and then I'm going to go back in with a smaller brush, obviously for around these areas here. And also, once everything's dry, I like to flip the piece upside down and just make sure there's no areas I've missed underneath, and check it all out, and then we'll start working on the top. So this piece is coming along nicely. Have some wood ready, hasn't been totally cut but needs figuring out what piece is going where, so creating a jigsaw of sorts. And obviously got to stain it up and seal it all, and after that there will be some touch-ups on the paint, but I like to do that. I know it needs touching up, but I like to do it all last when the wood's gone in, just in case there's any accidents, any problems or stain or anything stripped, then I can just touch the whole thing up at the very end. So this is coming along very nicely and should be finished soon. I've just stained these pieces and going to let them dry. I use my usual glaze rather than stain, so when they're in place and dry, I will be clear coating them. So I have it laid out that this top piece here will be cut for here, and what's left over will be for here. And then this piece on top here will be cut out for here, and then this side of it will be for here. And then last but not least, I have this one here on top, which will be cut in place for here, and then they'll need gluing and nailing in position. So this piece is finished. I think actually I may have a few touch-ups to do, but it's pretty much finished. I'm going to put some clear coat over the whole thing, and then I'm ready to dress it, stage it, and show its full glory. What do you think? It's the cutest coffee table I think I've done. I've done some amazing coffee tables over the years that I've been so proud of. But this one I think comes under the category. This is the cutest little farmhouse coffee table I've done. What do you think? I know, it's not Christmas, but do you remember when I picked this up for Christmas time and I thought it was so cute and adorable? I had it for sale. I knew it in some ways it probably wouldn't sell because, well, they're everywhere. But I liked the shape of it, I liked the style of it, and it was cute. And then after the holidays, what I did just for a little while was turn it around and do that with it. So I've had it around for a little bit now, and I haven't particularly really advertised it for sale. You know, some things just I leave be, and if it's picked up, it's picked up. So now I'm at the stage where do I put it away with the Christmas stuff or do I do something with it? And I figured, why not? Let's have some fun with it and paint it up. So what I am going to do is put the first coat on, which is again my usual charcoal grey chalked paint, Rust-Oleum 1, which I use. I said that really slow. I found I was gonna mess it up, and then I've messed it up anyway, but no big deal. All is good. There you go. That's the paint I'm going to put on. I'm going to do one coat of that. When it is dry, I will be putting a clear coat on top to protect it. So I've given it the first coat, the charcoal grey chalk paint coat, and I'm going to leave that overnight to dry completely and put a clear coat on top, and then I'll be able to go in with some white linen chalk paint after that. First coat of the white chalk paint is on, and I'm just trying to decide how far to go down the inside. I don't like going too far down because then you can't put water in it for flowers. So we'll see how far I go down on it. But the first coat of white chalk paint is on. When that is dry, I'll be putting the second coat on. Second coat of white has just gone on. There's lots of touch-ups, but I like to do the outside, let it dry, then go back in with a smaller brush and do some touch-ups. So now this one is dry, and I did a little wet distress on it, and I also used the black IOD permanent ink to go around the bottom and to go around the top, and I think it's come out nice. So I need to wait for it to dry, give it a clear coat, and then stage it up. The drawers on this piece, if you remember from last week, are now done. They've been cut, they've been put in place, and these also, the fronts need the stain and sorting out. So let's get some stain on them. So I have started doing the drawers, and what I have done is I am using it's the grey based smoked glaze. This one here is the one. I'm using this first. I've done the edges and around the edges. I wanted them dark, and this one I usually use quite often because it definitely makes the wood rustic. But obviously, because this piece has got a lot of antiquing browns, we did the brown base, we need some brown stain too. So the one I'm going to be using mostly is going to be this aged glaze. So I'm going to be next putting more of the grey on, but I'm going to water it down. So the rag I've just been using that has some of the grey glaze on it, the smoked glaze, I'm going to now just get it wet and just wipe over the whole thing. So the whole front is covered now. The edges and around the drawers are in the full amount of smoked glaze, and the center part, all I did, instead of dipping back into the smoked glaze, I just added water to my cloth and just rubbed everywhere. And next will be the brown. Now I have the brown aged glaze on, and that brings it more together, liking the look of that. It obviously has to dry and will dry lighter, but then because this glaze is water-based, I will have to put a clear coat over the top, which then will put it back to darker. So in the total end, and I will show you, but just explaining, it will be approximately this colour. And I'm going to be doing rope pulls to tie in with the rustic, and then we're ready to put the feet on. This is the piece that was before. This is what we started with last week, and after working 2 weeks on it, here is the piece finished. Exciting news coming soon. I am going to be doing a collaboration. Can you guess who that is? Coming soon. I'm Julie from Rustic Cottage Co. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and thumbs up. Thank you.